Good day everyone, I'm Hurley of Warify Reviews here, back at it again with my review for the Tanch Gym Nora. Yes, this is one of the Tanch Gym's recent IEMs. This is right after the Tanch Gym Fusion comes up. So yes, this is relatively new in terms of Tanch Gym's timeline. Okay? But before we proceed, I'd like to thank Tanch Gym for sending this unit to me in an exchange for a very honest and transparent review. Rest assured that all of my reviews are honest and transparent to the core like I always do, for the benefit of everybody, of course, including me. Since again and again, I won't be editing this extensively. English isn't usually my native, or it isn't really my native language to begin with. And at the same time, I prefer writing reviews rather than recording them. So, please do keep that in mind. Okay? Okay. So, to give you an idea, the Tanch Gymnora costs around 100-ish or under 100-ish US dollars by the time that I record this video. So, that is around 4,000 to 5,000 pesos in Philippine money. Uh, in my opinion, it is fairly priced because apparently in this is quite a huge successor to the Tanjim IEMs within the said price range, except for the Fission, of course. That's a different type, or that's a different type of IEM, or of Tanjim IEM, which I will tackle later on. Okay? Okay, so here's the packaging of the Tanjim Nora. As you can see with the Tanjim waifu right there, that is Asano Tanj. I would like to commend Tanch Gym for being very consistent about their waifu and their packaging. Of course, let's face it, some people, or the design or the waifu thing or the waifu marketing isn't really for everyone. But personally, I kind of dig the waifu of the Tanch Gym Nora, specifically the Asano Tanch as their waifu, because it is quite consistent, like from the very start, or from the first time that I have heard their name for like nearly a decade ago, I believe. The Asano Tanch has always been there. It's their mascot, it's their marketing, it's their waifu. They do not have any other waifus from what I know aside from the Asano Tanch. So that's really a good thing in terms of consistency, because I really like and I really prefer consistency in terms of quality and in terms of their motive on each of the IEM brands that I review. So there's that. But of course, again, it isn't for everyone, and I kind of respect that. As you can see, so here's the box. It is quite smaller, a little bit smaller than the Tangerine Fusions box, from what I remember. But yep, if that really matters. So as you can see here, it is the Tangerine Nora in dual magnetic dynamic driver Tech 5. So this is like the MT5. That driver, the DMT5, is what you'll usually see, or what you'll see with the Tanjim Origin and the Tanjim Vision. Both of those uses the DMT5. I'm not sure if the Tanjim Origin, I so sorry, the Tanjim Origin also uses that DMT5. Yes, my fault. I apologize on that one. What I am trying to say is, I'm not sure if the Tanjim Force uses the same driver technology, but yeah, from what I have experienced and what I have reviewed, the DMT5 is currently being used in the Tanjim Origin and the Tanjim Fusion. I have pretty much reviewed or experienced most Tanjim IEMs at this point. Probably the only Tanjim IEMs that I haven't reviewed or even owned or probably loaned at some point in time is the Tanjim Prism, the Tanjim Force. Yes, I haven't reviewed or even auditioned that one. The Tanjim Darling, which would be a great opportunity if I have um, even listened to it, but apparently that is quite rare, and probably that is the most unique Tanjim IM that I know. And yes, I have also I have also auditioned and loaned when I was still a newbie the Tanjim Hana, which I really liked by at that time, because yeah, it is a very good IM, down from its looks, from its sound quality, it is just superb by that time. Okay, but enough of that. So as you can see, here's the box, here's the packaging. and their marketing on this one is the uh, interchangeable plugs. Yeah, nothing new, nothing crazy. Here's the FR graph if you read that. And the sensitivity on this one is 16 ohms. Sorry, the impedance is 16 ohms, and the sensitivity is 125 decibel. But based on my experience, that specs on paper doesn't really translate well when you pair and listen with the Tanshim Nora, because apparently this needs a specific pair, or not really specific, but at least 2 VRMs of power to shine, which I will get into later. Okay, so now as for the accessories, this is what you'll get with the Tanshim Nora. You'll get the usual ear tips that you'll also get with the Tanshim Vision. So yeah, this narrow bore, this narrow bore ear tips, and at the same time this wide bore ear tips. What I have here is the narrow bore ear tips because it gives a better seal and fit to my ears with the Nora. But based on their differences, there isn't really a lot. There are some mild differences, but I'm pretty sure it's negligible if you're using it day to day, in my opinion. And you'll also get this one, the 3 point, yeah, this is the 3.5 adapter, or the plug. So yeah, nothing too crazy there. You'll also get this pouch. It would be nice. Yes, it would be really nice if Tanch um if Tanch used a case with this one. But yeah, will beggars can be choosers, I guess. Or probably it is quite nice for the price. I believe this is, in my opinion, this is a little bit upgraded because it isn't made of felt anymore, and the logos are now embossed. But at the same time, it doesn't have the microfiber cloth functionality of the pouch compared to the Tanchjim IMs that I have reviewed before. Like for example, the Tanchjim for You, the Tanchjim Bunny, I believe. Yes, the Tanchjim 1 doesn't have this type of pouch going on. If I were really to nitpick, it would have been nice if they included the Tanjim Kara's case here. But yeah, some people don't like it because it's bulky. But hey, that's just me. Okay. So here's the cable. I'm pretty sure that the cable is quite similar, or probably the same as the ones that you'll get with the Tanjim Origin, because it kind of looks like so. It kind of looks like that, as you can see. It is very minimal. It is twisted. It is quite on the thinner side, so those people who prefer thick cables will probably change this cable right away. I personally like it because it is very homogeneous with the design, and at the same time, it is very minimal. I prefer minimal sets when it comes to the overall aesthetic and feel to it. And yep, here's the plug here. Yeah, here's the modular plug. And from what I remember, the cable, despite being identical here with the Nora, the cable of the Tanshim Origin isn't really modular from what I remember, but I could be wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong. So there's that. Here is the IEMs itself. My oh my. Tanshim never fails to amaze me when it comes to their design. Their design is very, very clean. It is very minimal yet clean, yet it speaks premium in my opinion. As you can see here, with the Tanshim Nora, it's a shame that they didn't use the components or the hardware that they use with the Tanshim Hana, because from what I remember, the Tanshim Hana that I have loaned before was the V2, and I've also heard the V1, but I prefer the V2's sound signature or sound character. But yeah, aside from that, the Tanshim Hana's build quality. Yes, the Tanshim Hana's build quality is made of all metal. So, in my opinion, that's quite a step up compared here with the Tanshim Nora, because the Tanshim Nora has this resin here. Has this resin going on. Although it isn't on the thick side. Yes, it isn't on the thick. It isn't thin. I mean, my apologies. It isn't thin. It is far from being thin at all. It is substantially thick. You can quite feel it in person. With I do believe this is the glass that they used with the Tanshim Vision, the faceplate on this one, with the logo of the Tanshim, which is really a really nice touch, with a metal surrounding here. Yes, that is metal. It gets quite cold when I used it at work. So that's a good thing. And here's the logo of the Nora. Yeah, as you can see, it kinda resembles the Tanjim Hana right here, but a little bit more stripped down. And yes, that is one of the key features that I have noticed here with the Tanjim Nora. As some of you may know, the Tanjim Fusion is a literal balls to the wall type of an IEM because it has a lot of customization to offer. Like for example, it has modular tuning nozzles, it has a tuning dial switch, it also has a DSP function. So that's a lot. And it also has a set of ear tips like this one. So in terms of customization, definitely that's the all out IEM between these two IEMs. The Tanjim Nora takes a step back on what their IEMs used to be. Like it is a stripped back version wherein you'll just do a plug and play. The only thing that's customizable here is the cable, the ear tips, and the modular plug. That's basically it. But apart from that, it is a stripped back version wherein you'll get what it is tuned. You don't have the freedom to customize it aside from using some auto EQ or something like that. But it is the most simplest, most minimal Tanjim IEM that I have currently encountered under 100 USD. Because again, the Tanjim for You, for example, which I have reviewed before, has a customization in the dial portion. um the Tanjim Origin that I have also encountered also has that. It also has that customization on the nozzles. Yeah, now that I have think of it, in my opinion, the Tanjim Nora is the accumulation, or probably the best form of all the Tanjim IEMs that existed under 20, or sorry, under 100 USD. Like for example, the Tanjim for You. I have auditioned all of these, by the way. The Tanjim for You, the Tanjim Ola, the Tanjim Ola Base, the Tanjim 1, the Tanjim 0, the Zero Ultima. All of those Tanjim IEMs are basically mishmashed together to form the Tanjim Nora, which I will explain later on as to why. So basically, if you are looking for an IEM under like $200 tops in the Tanjim category, you'll be greeted by these three IEMs. Actually, two, but the Tanjim Origin goes on sale a little bit than usual. So yeah, the Tanjim Origin, the Fusion, and the Nora. And the Nora is the most stripped back version out of the three. As for the fit and comfort, as you can see, it will definitely fit. It will definitely fit all of the ears in various shapes and sizes, or various sizes with the Tanjim Nora, because the Tanjim Nora is on the slightly average to smaller side of ears. So probably your girlfriend or your sister, probably you, if you're a female watching this video, will fit the Tanjim Nora in your ears just fine. But of course, as all Tanjim IEMs, it doesn't fit that deep. Despite me using as you can see, the rounded or the narrow bore ear tips. So yeah, if you're a fan of deep insertion like I do, like for example, if you prefer Etymotic IEMs, or UIEM, some semi custom mold in your monitors, you might find the Tanjim Nora a bit shallow in terms of fit. But for the comfort and isolation, it is still in a very good side of things. I had no problems with it. Of course, it isn't that snug fit that you'll be looking for on some IEMs, but for the most part, it gets the job done. I have no problems. It doesn't have any leakage or something like that. So that's a really good thing. In terms of drivability, again, let's cut to the chase. 2 VRMs is the minimum requirement that I require here with the Tanjim Nora for you to fully utilize the DMT5. Because based on my experience, the DMT5 is not technically an easy to drive. It isn't really an easy to drive driver. You'll be needing some substantial amount of power, but not too much, of course. You won't be using any amplifiers on this one. No, you won't be using that. You'll only use at least a source with 2 VRMs of power for you to utilize the capabilities or the full potential of the Tanjim Nora. Okay? Now as for the sound, what's the sound of the Tanch Gymnora? Well, the Tanch Gymnora, as what I have said earlier, is the accumulation of the Tanchim IEMs under 100 USD. This is technically probably the final form of those IEMs under 100 or within the 100 USD range, because again, there's the fission and there's the origin. So there's that. Okay? So to give you an idea, from all of the Tanchim IEMs that I have reviewed, yes, I also reviewed the Tanchim Kara, but I personally did not like that because it is quite unusual. I just don't prefer the technical chops on that one, but yeah. Okay? With the Tanchim Kara aside, the Tanchim Nora is probably the flattest. Yes, the flattest, the most neutral Tanchim IEM out there in terms of the overall sound quality. It is noticeably more laid back than the other ones. It is also noticeably more technical, and at the same time, it is also laid back. Like, it doesn't seem to have any elevations like additional spice in the treble or additional bump in the bass like the Tanchim 1 and the Ola bass has, or the Tanchim Kara has. It doesn't have that, but at the same time, it also doesn't have that extra brightness or that potential brightness that the Origin has. So yeah, it kind of sits in it is probably their most uncolored sounding Tanchim IEM out there that I have reviewed, and I really like it. Because I prefer Tanchim's house sound, because it is the least colored IEM that I have experienced under 200 USD, and at the same time, it doesn't have that fit that the Etymotic IEMs have. So yeah, you're basically having a near, in my opinion, near Etymotic sound, specifically ER2 SE type of sound in a UIEM package or an ear-friendly package. So that's a really good thing. Okay. Now, as for the bass on this one, again, this is your usual Tanchim IEM, or in this case, the Tanchim Nora, probably the Fission, and probably the Origin, if you may. This is quite in the more neutral-ish position side of things, or neutral elevation. You won't be getting heart shaking or head thumping bass here, or skull crashing bass here. You won't be having that, but instead you'll have a very controlled, quick decaying bass here. So bass heads on a budget, or on a 100 USD budget, will definitely skip the Nora. You can actually get away with the Fission with its app and its DSP, but yeah, if you prefer that type of customization, by all means. But here with the Nora, you won't be getting that. You won't be getting any muddiness or any sloppiness in the bass. You will be getting a tight, firm, punchy bass response here. So it can be a good thing or a bad thing depending on you, because some people prefer a quick decaying bass while some prefer it lingering. So there's that. Okay, now as for the mids is nothing new here actually, but it is a bit more refined compared to the more cheaper Tanchim IEMs that I have reviewed and loaned at some point in time. So basically, you're getting a more neutral mids, but at the same time with the Tanchim house sound signature, wherein their mids, or specifically their vocals, are a bit accentuated to some degree to give an impression wherein the vocals are quite forward, quite airy, or something like that. So you're basically getting that. There isn't really a warmth here. The Tanchim Fission has that, but here in the Nora, I can't seem to hear it quite well, or for me to call it very substantial. But at the same time, the mids here in the Nora is quite bodied. Actually, the whole sound is quite bodied for a very, very neutral set. It isn't that thick when compared to the JM1 sets or the Metatune sets, but at the same time, it isn't that thin when compared to the Bright sets or probably the Origin as well. So yeah, it is the most, in my opinion, it is the best. Yes, it is the best mids that you'll ever get on a Tanchim IEM. If you prefer a laid back, well bodied Tanchim mids. So there's that. Okay, so again, lower mids, you won't be having any problems of the in this section, because the lower mids in this one is quite good. Even it is very transparent and sometimes unforgiving. the upper mids as well also shares that same remark, but at the same time you'll get that extra sparkle, extra air to it because of the Tanshim house sound. So there's that. Okay. Okay. So as for the treble in this one is again quite laid back to my liking. On some people, they find it very sterile. Yes, they find it very sterile. They find it dead at some point. But yeah, to me, it is on the neutral side. It doesn't seem to accentuate its presence like its bass. So yeah, and at the same time, it still exhibits that detail that you'll look for an IEM within the 100 USD range. So I can confidently say that you can use this for basic monitoring, basic mixing, or something like that, because it doesn't seem to accentuate any of these what do you call this, any of the frequencies significantly, in my opinion. Okay. Okay, so as for the technical chops, again, Tanshim knows their job when it comes to the technical chops, which I am here for. Aside from its tuning, aside from its neutral with a vocal boost tuning. So the treble on this one is, or sorry, the technical chops on this one is really good. In my opinion, one of the excellent ones that I have heard within the 100 USD range or under 100 USD range. This sits beside with the SimGot EA500 LM that I have reviewed like a year ago, which I really like as well. To my surprise, it is also a little bit better on the technical chops compared to the SimGot EM6L, which is a warm-ish sounding that IEM that I love it. And yes, it is a hybrid IEM. So yeah, the technical chops on this one is quite superb in my opinion. The soundstage on this one, it isn't grandeur, but at the same time, it isn't narrow either. So it is within the normal side of things. Separation and layering on this one is really clean. It is excellent for its 100 USD price range price. You won't be having any significant hiccups or significant congestion here, even when the BC tracks gets in. Imaging is still dead precise. I never had any problems rendering vocal and instrument positionings even on games with the Tanshim Nora. I haven't had any problems with this one. Okay, okay. So where should we compare this next? We'll just make things we'll just keep things straight and simple when comparing the Tanshim Nora to the Tanshim IEM. So we'll compare it with the Tanshim 4U. The Tanshim 4U, regardless on what dials or tuning dials which you are in, the treble seems to be a little less refined when compared to the Nora, and the mids are also a little bit thin to my liking when compared to the Nora. So the Nora is the clear winner on this one because it is a bit more refined, and at the same time it still keeps that Tanshim neutral-ish profile. Okay, where should we compare this next with the Tanshim Ola? Well, the Tanshim Ola is definitely thin, and it has a very underwhelming fit and comfort to most ears, even to my ears as well. So yeah, the Tanshim Nora wins that as well. When compared to the Tanshim Fission, yes, the Tanshim Fission is a little bit warmer, smoother, neutral when compared to the Tanshim Nora. These two sets are very or slightly different to each other because the Tanshim Fission aims for that warm, smooth, silky presentation while keeping things neutral, while the Tanshim Nora aims for a more colder, analytical approach when comparing these two sets. Uh, I would also like to take note or to emphasize that the Tanshim Fusion offers a lot of customization for you, even their proprietary app. While the Tanshim Nora simply just do plug and play, and that's basically it. You won't be having any extra customizations aside from cable and ear tip swap. So yeah, as for the clear winner, this one I can't decide actually because I prefer both on different scenarios and occasions. So leave that if you may. When compared to the Tanshim Origin, yes, the Tanshim Origin is a little bit wider and a little bit more holographic than the Nora, which is quite understandable. It doesn't have that modular cable though, and at the same time, it is a little bit leaner compared to the Tanshim Nora. So that's a thing. apparently. So I'll switch to the Tagalog version of this review to give a quick summary. Bali, itong si Tanshim Nora is a sub 5,000 pesos or 5 to 6,000 pesos na IEM, or probably 4 to 5,000 pesos na IEM. So, mukhang bumalik sila sa design cues and motif ng Tanshim Hana. As you can see, very minimal siya. And at the same time, ayun, very minimal, simplistic, clean looking, na wala na gaano yung flash or bling ng Tanshim Hana. Kasi yun is gawa sa either kulay puti, yung V1, or V2 na pure gold, or medyo gold, champagne gold yung finish. So, ayun, dito medyo minimal na talaga, and at the same time, ang lakas pa rin ng dating for a minimal set para sa akin. Sa accessories, wala gaano, again, bare bones stock halos. So, naka-modular cable ka. As you can see, yung ear tips, ito, wide, and itong anong tawag dito, itong narrow bore, and ito may case, may pouch. So, gusto ko sana na itong Tansh Gym Nora is case sana katulad nung Tansh Gym Cara. Pero ayun nga, again, beggars can be choosers, and probably ito talaga yung requirements nila or needs/wants nila sa price na to. Okay? Sa drivability, wala kang magiging problem as long as na naka 2 VRMs ka. So, kahit Venture Electronics Devastator yan or J. Kali na naka 2 VRMs, wala kang magiging problem doon. Sa fit, comfort, and isolation, again, masanay ka na since Tansh Gym to. Yung fit niya medyo mababaw. Oo, hindi siya gaano isolating, but at the same time, very comfortable. Wala kang magiging problems doon. Now, sa tunog, ito yung pinagsama-samang Tansh Gym IEMs na under 5,000 pesos. Yung Tanya, probably yung Tansh Gym 0, Tansh Gym 1, 0 Ultima, Ola Base, Tansh Gym 4U. Tas itong, ayun nga, nabuo siya, itong Nora. So, itong Nora, gumagamit siya ng DMT5 na kapareho ng Origin, Tansh Gym Origin, at saka ng Tansh Gym Fusion. But at the same time, medyo iba yung tunog niya kasi kahit neutral silang tatlo, ito by far yung parang pinaka-laid back. Ito yung pinaka-flat, ito yung pinaka-less colored sa tatlong yun. Which is, good thing or a bad thing, depende sa gusto mo. Ako kasi, personally, mas prefer ko yung flat, mas prefer ko yung uncolored, and mas prefer ko yung revealing na mga sets. So, trip ko tong Nora. Pero ayun nga, if gusto mo ng warm, smooth, or bright na medyo malawak, mas malawak yung Origin and mas warm yung Fusion doon. So, sulit ba to para sa 5,000 pesos? If sabihin natin naghahanap ka ng Etymotic alternative kasi hindi okay sa iyo yung fit ng Etymotic, itong Tansh Gym Nora ay yung para sa iyo. Kasi ayun, very minimal siya, at the same time nagde-deliver siya ng neutral na tunog. If we're being specific, neutral na may slightly hint ng vocal presence or ng vocal attenuation. Pero hindi siya rinig most of the time. Yung elevation na yun, hindi gaano talaga rinig eh. Wala kang sibilance to eh. Yes, this doesn't have any sibilance, peaks, or harshness. No, you won't be having any of those here. So, that's a good thing. Okay, now balik na ako sa English review para sa summary ng review na to. Okay, so what's my verdict here with the Tansh Gym Nora? Definitely, this is a good buy, or probably the best buy. In my opinion, I don't want to overglaze things. For those people that are fan of Etymotic sounding sets, or neutral or true neutral sounding sets, that can't stand the Etymotic fit, because I know a lot of people who prefers that DF type of DF neutral, or that neutral that isn't really Harman neutral type of sound, but at the same time they can't deal with the Etymotic's deep insertion or deep fit. So the prayers have been answered. In my opinion, the Tansh Gym Nora fits the bill on that one. You'll get a more neutral sounding IEM with a very good balance between thickness, tonality, and technicality. So yeah, if you're looking for a very the most transparent sounding IEM for this asking price that I have reviewed, loaned, and at some time owned, the Tansh Gym Nora fits the bill for that. But then again, if you prefer customization, if you prefer that warm, silky smooth, thick sounding, not significantly thick, but a little bit thicker than the Nora, you may get the Tansh Gym Fusion for that one, or probably you want that extravagant holographic soundstage, then probably the Tansh Gym Origin is for you. Or probably if you want something thick at the same time rolled off treble response, then get the Tansh Gym Cara. um the Tanjim Kara is the apparently the black sheep of the family, but at the same time it is a very niche IM. But yeah, don't let the spotlight be taken with the Kara, because the Nora, in my opinion, is the most complete. It is definitely the most complete. It is the most neutral, and at the same time it can be the most boring Tanjim IM that you can find. But at the same time, I prefer boring things. To give you an idea, I prefer flat sounding sets, I prefer uncolored and unforgiving sounding sets. So if your preferences fits mine, get the Tanjim Nora. It's probably the best IM that you can get under 150 USD if you're looking for those qualities. Okay, and now that ends my Tanjim Nora review. Again, I'd like to thank Tanjim for sending this unit to me in an exchange for a very honest and transparent review. Rest assured that all of my reviews are honest and transparent to the core, like I always do, for the benefit of everybody, of course, including me. Since again and again, I won't be editing this extensively. English isn't really my native language, and I prefer writing reviews rather than recording them. Okay, as for the backlogs, there is a lot of backlogs actually. We have this here, the Zigat Luna, because I want to compare it with the Crescent, and a lot of people are also asking me my comparison for the Crescent, which is heartwarming in my opinion. We also have this one, the KZ Taurus, their newest KZ IEM. We also have the Jade Audio GSZ 4.4B, which are on the works. It is the USB DAC that come from Jade Audio. And we also have DD Hi-Fi products. Yes, the DD Hi-Fi TC44i Pro, the DSP cable, the and their memory case, or the case that they use with their DD Hi-Fi memory. So I am quite loaded here, and I am really grateful for everyone for stopping by and listening to my ramblings whenever I do these videos. And thank you so much, and see you on the next one. Last one. Isa pa.